Welcome back, folks, to Let's Play Tyrian 2000. When last we left off, Trent got some hot dog firepower, and it was truly the hottest weaponry he could ever get a hold of, and I'm going to stop making hot dog puns now, because we got rid of all of them. We got lots of money for doing so, and we used that money to get the laser, my favourite weapon in the game. We have a Vulcan cannon right now. I'm probably going to switch that out as soon as I get a better option. I would like the guided bombs back. We're probably not going to see them ever again. Let us go to maces, a level which really has no danger at all. You don't need to fire in this level whatsoever, because there's nothing really to shoot. There's also lots of armour. That is because these maces hit really, really hard. Our shields are really good, however, so we're probably not going to be hit that much. I'll grab this armour, why not? There's no reason to. This would be a good level to accumulate money for the level afterwards, which I believe is the final level of the episode, or at least originally was the final level of the episode. It may not be in Tyrian 2000. There's lots and lots of gems available to be grabbed. Need to be very careful because the game likes to throw tricky things at you like that. Very tricky things indeed. There we go, we'll grab... Oh, careful. This here, excellent. And that 2000, and this armour, and this armour. Why not, eh? We could always do with more armour. And more money. We're not going to be spending the money on very much, that's for sure. But we may do. There are better ships that we can purchase. Better options available for us. There'll also be a few more weapon upgrades available in our future. Gotta be careful, those maces will deal a colossal amount of damage to you. Yes indeed, in the far, far future, maces and hammers are deadly, if they're big enough. And I believe that's the level done. Brilliant. We're destroying absolutely nothing. There are a few things that we can get here. If you don't have the Microsol stalker, you can get that here. Nothing here that we want. There's the sonic wave, which I actually want instead of the Vulcan cannon. It'll be quite expensive to upgrade, but it does have a front-firing mode. There we go. Shields, we don't want to change anything. Generator, we don't want to change anything. The Zika supercharger, however, why do we want that? It won't fire automatically, and it costs 50,000 per side weapon, but they are basically Zika lasers, and they are exceptionally good. So, let's get them. That's probably the one benefit to getting that hot dog weapon. I do miss the rear weapon that I've had for the whole game. Time to go and face the fleet. Let's hold down both the left and right mouse buttons as we attack this weird grabby arm thing. Also, remember those things that were previously nigh on indestructible? These mines? Not so indestructible now. You can hear that pew-pew noise? That is the Zika superchargers. We could press return and fire all of this forward. That is the advantage of the sonic weapon for the rear weapon. We have a colossal amount of forward fire. And an impressive amount of side fire as well. A tiny bit of reverse fire too. Not very much is going to survive against this. Trent Hawkins has gone from being just a pilot with a few weapons to being an unstoppable force of awesomeness. And considering that originally, before they patched in the 4th episode, that this was the... special power-up. Already got that one, though. That this was the final level of the game before they patched in episode 4, this is quite a good send-off, having an absurd amount of power. All of these ships, by the way, they're part of the Microsol fleet. We're not blowing any of these up. They're not important to us. We need to take out the flagship. And once we've taken out that vessel, we will be fine. Also, an entirely superfluous rear weapon power-up. Also, that was a giant bit of flame. There is a warning at the top of the screen saying, hey, this is where the flame's coming from. I think somebody doesn't like Trent Hawkins. This makes sense, considering how devastating we have become. We have 133,000 left over. Oh, hello, it's you again. You're really not a threat to us. Even with all that we're firing, we have a colossal amount of shield generation. Got nothing to actually shoot at right now, but we'll shoot anyway, because hey, look at all this awesome weaponry that we have. It truly is awesome. Also, we do need to watch out because these vessels that we're flying past will destroy us. Also, you can see that it's slowly charging up the Zika supercharger. It actually is more powerful if you let it charge, but I just like firing it anyway. It's pretty much better than anything that we've been using so far. It's certainly more expensive. Is that the last ship? Who knows? It may be. Uh-oh, I think it may be. Here is the flagship, and we're blowing up everything here. Literally everything. There's really not much to this. We're victorious. Your ship streams from the incandescent glow of the explosions you have just created in the midst of the Microsol fleet, and hunts down the final escape pod from the mothership just as it punches into hyperspace. It is finally over. The people of Delaney are saved, and you have stopped a galaxy-wide catastrophe. Sounds pretty good. Congratulations! Shouts Transon Locke over the comm screen. Our forces were ready to defend the city after your last transmission, but thanks to you, we haven't even suffered a scratch. I will make sure you are richly rewarded for this. I'm sure you will. You smile and flick off the comm, your mouth twisting into a frown. No reward could bring back your parents and your best friend. Though you have saved millions of lives, why did the people closest to you have to suffer? Still, there's nothing you can do about it, and you vow to make sure that the same thing never happens again. From now on, Tyrian Sector will be a name synonymous with peace. You say that. It's not gonna last, I'm afraid, because there are 2 more episodes. Look at that score! Secret hint time, eh? Bonus round. Oh? There are 2 sections where a solid row of ships move down and wait. The first purple ship that comes down each time has a power-up. Others carry gems. Nice to know. Let's put our high score in. Our awesome score. Wow, that's a very high score indeed. Episode 4. An End to Fate. Oh, it's not over yet! It would be over in the original version of Tyrian. It wouldn't be over in the patched version, and it's not over in Tyrian 2000. There's more yet to do. More data. More things to read. More things to upgrade. We could have the widget beam. We are not going to get the widget beam, or the wild ball, or the fireball. We're going to keep everything that we have. We'll keep the shields, we'll keep the generator. We don't want to change anything there, that's for sure. And ships, we really don't want to change anything there either. Let us read what the plot holds. What could it possibly hold? We have saved the whole sector from Microsol. What else is there? X McCain, private link. Tight beam private coded message, forwarded by Downstar, unknown link. Attached message included a second data message. Decoded transmission follows. This is Harble Worm at the Microsol planet X McCain. This is a Downstar emergency request by Downstar agent ID 00329, Tech IX9204. I am patched into a secure net and cannot explain fully. Through collaborating with other techs, I have learned that Microsol has unlocked some kind of Zika command codes. The SCIs have activated the ancient computer system. Temperature is 103 here in the service bay and rising. Men are complaining but being turned away by the guards. I fear that only armed conflict will prevent our massacre. Several techs are reported missing, and we fear they were killed for trying to escape. I think they're going to turn this planet into a sun. Get me out of here! I don't want to be caught out in the middle of this planet when they turn it into a sun. Send someone out now, you stupid! End of file. Incoming message from Gencore Command. Hello, Transon. You've probably read the message before this one, Trent. I don't need to tell you that this is a problem, and it means doom. I know I'm a boring old man, and I dragged you back across the galaxy against your own will, but please hear me out. I am placed in the regrettable position of having to try and stop this insanity. I hope Harville was wrong, but this is an alien technology more advanced than our own. Gencore believes that if Microsol can reactivate the computer systems, they will have a limitless power source and would certainly monopolize the energy trade. As regrettable as it would be, if that was all it was, I would reluctantly have to allow them to activate the planet and keep their energy. We could still fight them economically from other directions. The problem is that there's a vast number of scientists and technicians from independent governments and education centers stationed on Ixmacane via the Universal Free Education Act. At last count, there are about 1.5 million of the brightest minds in the universe centered on Ixmacane. Now is a giant military fleet flying around inside that blasted rock, which has prevented nearly everyone from escaping. If they turn that rock into a sun, it will mean a scientific setback that will last for millennia. We have much of the information, but few outside the free education system have the ability to comprehend and utilize it. While we're busy relearning all that has been lost, Microsol will undoubtedly push ahead and take over the rest of the colonized universe. I can't let that happen under any cost. We, along with several other major corporations, have assembled an emergency fleet which will converge on Ixmacane. Yes, Trent, you are part of the emergency fleet. During your last maintenance run, we planted some false programming into your computer banks. After you receive my coded message, your view screen will be correctly reactivated. That vacation you were planning will just have to wait. Glad to have you with us. Wait, did you force us to engage in the plot? You did, didn't you, Transom? Maybe you're not as nice as I thought you were. And also, why is Microsol even a thing? They tried to take over the whole galaxy. To be fair, they're probably still really powerful, but at this point they should be, exiled by everyone. Nobody would be dealing with them. Why are you still dealing with them? Why are Microsol still a thing? We're counting on you to slow them down long enough for us to free the trapped people. If they activate the planet, we'll somehow make sure they can't use it. And Trent, I don't know if you'll accept this, but I'm sorry. I'm not sure if I do accept it. Reference, Tunnel World Zika. Ixmacane is the only known tunnel world to have been excavated. Even though Bezika have apparently been dead for a lot of years, let's see if I can work out just how many. There's 3, there's 6. I think they have been dead for 421,965,032 standard years, 14 days and 32 minutes, SCI estimation. Their internal defences were still partially active and destroyed many ships who came to investigate the tunnel world. Microsol launched a giant excavation of the planet, equipped with powerful destroyers as well as research vessels. Even still, 241 died trying to stop the defensive systems. General Zinglin reportedly sacrificed ships to get through to the control centers rather than allow the defensive weapons to be destroyed. To this day, the tunnel world is a center of Microsol activity. Its open tunnels allow for easy shipbuilding and mining of mineral deposits, as well as the powerful geothermal energy radiation near the core. Scientists, however, are still not certain of the exact second that the last member of the Zika race on Gygas died, but believe it is about 25 additional seconds from their previous estimate, calculated from their exact time of arrival for final excavation. Researchers quote advances in dating techniques to determine more accurately the events on Gygas. Also, they claim the fact that many of their researchers are still being killed by accidents involving the alien technology hampers their ability to conduct more tests. One anonymous SCI has reported that the advances in dating technology here were worth the lives expended to reach the core. In a Type Beam interview he said, "This timing solution will be the crowning moment of my career. It's the most important goal to us. The Sun Project is entirely overrated. We'll see about that." Reference, Weapons Research, Station Griffin. Rated, not funny. You've been warned. Station Griffin has recently been the main output of Microsol's Advanced Weapon Design program. They have released a number of high-powered weapon systems, including several advancements on their pulse cannon systems, and their unique starburst defense field. After a not-so-great Griffin explosion, we have learned about that. Some aspects of their research were turned over to public scrutiny, believed to be because of investigations by families and friends of the 12,000 crew members that died. It is now rumoured that they have just developed a new field of weapons technology, which will allow them to build much bigger weapons into conventional battle cruisers. See the not-so-great Griffin explosion. We have read all we need to read, and there is nothing that we want to buy. So without further ado, let us move on to the first episode that was not in the very original release, Episode 4, Ixmacane. On the surface, with lots and lots of people that we need to take care of, because of course, we need to blow everything up. let us proceed with blowing everything up. You'll notice that the artistic style is a little different, but still very much in keeping with Tyrian. And there are tanks that we need to blow up. I don't know why they even think that they stand a chance, because let's face it, we're a little powerful. Just a little. Also, there are pyramid weapons for some reason. Probably from the race that originally lived here, before they were all killed. Also, those will kill you. Be careful of them. Don't want to get hit by them. Also, a secret level. Because why not, eh? Where's the danger? Aha! Right there. We need to very quickly destroy all... Ooh! There's a zappy thing. Well, it's gone now because we're ridiculously powerful. The only way we could be more powerful is if I had a different rear weapon. Then again, this weapon is pretty useful. Also, that was a kind of boss. Now it's kind of gone. These tanks don't stand a chance against us, that's for sure. We are Trent Hawkins. We are an awesome fighter pilot. Those are zappy laser turrets of lightning variety. And they're really not dangerous. We don't even need to fire right now. Oh wait, we're going to fire again because explosions! Let's go through here. You. And there is another thing we need to get rid of here. It is gone. If you thought we were a little powerful for this, you're quite right. I don't know why they're firing upwards. We're not coming from that direction. We're coming from this direction. Unless there's something more dangerous up there, I highly doubt it. Let's just let time advance a little more as we get a little closer to the end goal. The boss of this level. I believe this level does have a boss. I don't think it's going to be a very dangerous one because, let's face it, we're a little over-equipped for all of this. Just a little. There we go. One hit there, one hit there. Anything else that can take us on? Probably not. Aha, you! And you're gone. And here's something else. Is this a boss? Not anymore. It's gone. We did take some damage though. A little bit. We're going faster. Faster! Warping to a secret level. We didn't find any cubes, but there are lots of things that we can read. The Scenic Guide to the Universe. Oh, lots of things we can read here. What can we buy? That's the question. Nothing really useful? Nothing really useful? Nothing useful? Shield generator? No. Nothing useful there. Pretty much nothing. So we're just going to save our money and do some reading. Savara. Dining. Come and visit the interstellar dining halls in the underwater city of Plu. Dozens of aquatic fish swim about the domed windows, and you can simply point to the fish you desire, and it will be captured and cooked for you in under 30 seconds. Also remarkable is the bewildering variety of ethnic restaurants located on the surface. Many also cater to the more exotic taste by serving the patrons of competing restaurants literally. Anything edible, and some things that aren't, can be purchased here at a competitive price. Culture. Savara is the eclectic hub of the sector, where many varied cultures live together in apparent peace and harmony, though you'll want to avoid these areas since few tourists leave them alive. However, you can sit behind glass enclosures as you watch the race of your choice go about their daily lives, unable to stop you from prying into their private affairs. Also available is the Bring It To You service, where for a small fee the locals will run out and round up a few ethnic groups of your choice who will be forced to act as if they enjoy your presence. A must-have for the self-conscious traveller. Entertainment. Savara is the merchant centre of the sector, where just about anything you want and everything you don't want can be found at an aggressive price. Price fixing and mob control have seen that no individual merchants will ever charge anything that isn't fair. Also, you will definitely want to visit the Interstellar House of Gruel, wherein you will see the fascinating history and story behind the great world of Gruel. A fun affair for the whole family. Right, that has dissuaded me from ever going to Savara ever again. Delaney. Travel tip. Though most areas of the planet are restricted and guards are often ordered to shoot unidentified personnel on sight, if you stay in the light green zone you should have no problems avoiding personal injury and death. Be sure to avoid the blue, green and turquoise zones as well as the stick zone. The red and yellow zones are safe for travel, though the yellow is often confused with the off-white and peach deadly areas. Many a colorblind traveler has been killed by accident. Dining. Delaney provides the most technically advanced cooking systems in the known universe. Dishes that simply aren't palatable anywhere else still won't be very good here, but Chef Yo of Delaney's motto is, if it's matter, we can make you eat it. A unique experience you'll never be able to repeat. Culture. One word. Robotics. Anyone's fetish for robotics can be satisfied here. Androbots, Lobots, robots, androids, red droids, droids, and many other varieties of metallic lifeforms are welcome here, as long as they stay in the burnt sienna or brick red zones. Delaney is the home of such Fluxneck 21 favourites as Honey I Shorted Out the Kid forms, Almo, and Ziknar X3, my mother the Lobot. Entertainment. Gencore always has a number of exciting entertainment opportunities available for tourists. Any number of military drills, parades, and barbaric information torture drills can be found here. A must for military buffs. I don't want to ever go there either. Ixmacane, the original headquarters of Microsol. This planet has a very dry and desert-like surface with the occasional mountain range. The advantage of this world is its weak inner crust, allowing Microsol to build gigantic research facilities underground. Immense domed cities can be seen in major research and production locations. The tragedy of Ixmacane is that it was originally the home of the Zika, an unknown race of alien that originally carved immeasurable labyrinthine tunnel systems under the surface. The Zika are feared by xenoscientists, who believe that they have fled to the outer reaches of the sector, where they plan to launch a massive attack on Delaney and Microsol, using outer-dimensional technology. But is it true? And if so, will I, the writer, ever grow bored enough to write the sequel using this suggested plotline? Who knows, eh? One more from Windy here. Torm. The Robnik is worth 1,000 words on this planet. Sector capital and regional chapter of the interplanetary government. Torm is one of the largest worlds in the sector, surpassed in size only by the ice world of Kaminis. The surface is similar to Savara's, though consisting of grasslands and heavily forested mountain regions. The city capital, Portok, is a metropolis of corruption and dark, rainy days. Dining. Torm is a vegetarian's delight, or worst nightmare. 28,000 types of vegetarian dishes are served daily, with another 60,000 on request. Also prevalent is a large selection of animal dishes with the ever-popular and expensive dragon succotash. Many people save up their whole lives just to order this dish once. Many others succumb to the toxic nature of the dish, but what a way to go! Culture. Only make a visit to be depressed, since the buildings are so neglected that they are streaked with dirt. It is said that the lords are so decadent that they seldom emerge from the local stimulation clubs. The city itself is an example of why Microsol holds so much sway in government policies. Bribery. Entertainment. On Torm, you can partake of the most degrading sports and acts in the known universe. Few ever leave this planet the same, and fewer even leave. Or can. A visit to this planet is one you won't easily miss. Be sure to bring a bodyguard. Actually, bring a whole army. You'll need them. So I've learned that I don't want to go to any of these planets, and unfortunately I'm on Ixmacane. And when we come back, folks, we will go into Ixmacane, because we need to stop what's going on there. We need to prevent this planet from becoming a sun. We don't want all the people in there to die, and we want to stop Microsol from doing what they're doing, because Microsol. It just isn't enough that Microsol can do that is evil, is there? They had to find something else. Well, they've found something else, and now Trent Hawkins has to stop them. And I mean has to stop them, because he wasn't given much choice. Why do I get the feeling that we're not going to get much choice in this whole episode? I'm sure it's not going to come to that. Right? And so, I'll catch you next time, folks, and I'll see you then. Later.